guys, how's it going? It's DeMarcus J here, and this is the first video on the channel. Had an intro video that I wanted to get posted before this one. That didn't happen, but we move. Anyways, let's get into the video. Today, I will be giving you my All-Star starters, All-Star reserves, and a new format that I think the NBA should adapt for the All-Star game. I think this would be the best for the fan voting, make the most entertaining game. Without further ado, guys, let's get started. We'll start in the West. Don't mind me if you see me looking down. I do have my notes. I just don't want to get any of the stats incorrect for these guys. We'll start in the West. The backcourt, I picked Luka and Steph. I think Luka is, a lock to be starting in the backcourt. Steph, I think there is a case there for Ja Morant to be starting over him. I do know the fan vote is how the starters are selected. So I don't think there's any way that Ja can catch Steph. So I do believe it will be Luka and Steph. Luka is averaging 33, 8, and 8, which is absolutely insane. He's doing everything he can over there for the Mavericks. Get that man some help, though. Steph Curry is averaging 29, 6, and 6. That's not bad at all. I think these guys, if they bring to the game, and surely will be a fun backcourt to watch. The front court, I do have a huge surprise in the West front court. A lot of people would not, or probably wouldn't be expecting it, but I think it would be the right move. Of course, LeBron James, that's one of those guys you can already lock in. You know he'll be there, averaging 29, 8, and 6. And the Lakers have actually been playing pretty good basketball as of late, and are looking to get AD back soon. And they just traded for Rui Hachimura, and he should be making his debut later this week. So Lakers, they're going to be making a playoff push. I personally think they'll still end up in the play-in game. But that being said, we all know LeBron is still an all-star. Next, Nikola Jokic. The MVP, two-time MVP, three-time MVP. Jokic is playing unbelievable basketball right now, averaging 25, 11, and 9. Be the first center to ever average over 10 assists if he gets to that point. First center to ever average a triple-double. Every year he elevates. And like they said, if this was any other season, if he had not won the previous two MVPs, Nikola Jokic would be the lead MVP candidate, and it would be by a mile. Now, this is where we have the surprise here. I'm actually going with Lauri Markkanen as the other front court player. First time All-Star. All-Star game in Utah. Utah has actually surprised a lot of people in how they've been playing, and Lauri Markkanen has been the anchor. I chose Lauri. He's averaging 25, 8, and 2 assists. However, he has been playing. The other guys in the fan vote, Zion Williamson and Anthony Davis, I personally cannot put them in the starting lineup when Lauri Markkanen has played 20 more games than them. I get it, injuries happen. Not saying these guys should not be all-star, but I think we gotta respect and reward the players that are playing each and every night. And Lauri Markkanen had missed very few games this season, while AD and Zion have been out for weeks. Let's get over to the Eastern Conference. Eastern Conference a little bit more straightforward. However, the Eastern Conference is the reason why I really had that format I was thinking of. I really do think the NBA should try to adapt to that format. I think that would have benefited the East All-Star starters a little bit more. However, first we're going with Kyrie Irving. I did think long and hard, but Kyrie Irving, while he's been on the court, he's been amazing, averaging 26, 5, and 5. And he's now trying to pick up the team while KD is out for a few weeks. And it's Kyrie Irving, so I think he will be a starter. Donovan Mitchell is the backcourt player in the East that I think has his spot locked in. I think he will be a starter, averaging 28, 3, and 5. Leading the Cavs. The Cavs are looking great. Donovan Mitchell averaging almost 30, and the All-Star game is in Utah. So that'll be a great homecoming. I think he will come out and try to show out. Moving to the front court, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis averaging 30, 11, and 5. Just a normal Giannis season. He's a monster. He's dominant. He will be starting for the All-Star team. Next, we have Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is averaging 31, 8, and 4. Leading the Boston Celtics, which many would say is the best team in the NBA. I think he has to be a starter. Lastly, we have Kevin Durant averaging 29, 6, and 5. Like he said, we know who Kevin Durant is. We know his name. If he's healthy, he'll be starting for the All-Star team. That's the question right now. I think the latest report I heard this morning was it'll probably be about 2 more weeks before KD touches the court. So it'll be getting right there between that All-Star, maybe a week before the All-Star weekend. So I'm not sure if he goes All-Star weekend coming back off that injury. I feel like that's been a thing for him the last 2 or 3 years. He's been the captain of the All-Star team, picks the teams, but he doesn't play. So with that being said, I did have a substitute just in case KD is not able to go. I think Joel Embiid will be the next obvious guy. Joel Embiid is averaging 33, 9, and 4. And Philadelphia has been looking great. I believe at the time of making this video, they are second in the East. And that is crazy to think that Joel Embiid will be averaging 33 and possibly coming off the bench at the All-Star game. This is where I get that new format that I think the NBA should implement. The NBA game is becoming more positionless. So I do think the NBA could do just the 4 best players and then 1 big man. So they could give us Embiid and Jokic on their respective sides. And then in the East, we could have Giannis, KD, Tatum, and Donovan Mitchell. And I think that would be the best version of the East starting 5 for the All-Star game that they could put out. Of course, they will move Kyrie Irving to the bench, but I do think Joel Embiid is more deserving than Kyrie Irving of an All-Star selection. In the West, I think that will move, of course, Jokic at the 5. We get Bron, Luka, Steph, and Ja Morant as the 4 other players. Of course, they'll move Lauri Markkanen to the bench. Like I said, Lauri was kind of the tough one there because a lot of other people in the front court have been injured a lot for the West. So I went with the guy I thought was most deserving. But in that format, I think I would
you have to give Ja Morant the nod over him. I think Ja Morant is still having the better season and plays on the better team. Now I'll get into the reserves. I will not be giving the stats for the reserves. I will just tell you what players I think deserve to be on the reserves. And a few players that might be snubbed from the All-Star game, but I will still give them a mention because I think if any injuries or something were to take place, these will most definitely probably be the substitutes. And then the honorable mentions that I have for the Eastern Conference reserves are Trae Young, Darius Garland, and Bam Adebayo, as well as Drew Holiday. It was tough. There's a lot of good guards over there in the East, but Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton, I think they both deserve a nod. So I had to put both of them in there. Drew Holiday and Bam will probably be my next two in. Drew Holiday is the point guard for the second best team in the East. And has also been winning games playing without Chris Middleton as well as Giannis Antetokounmpo. And he's been playing great as of late. Drew has. Trae Young, it's hard for me to put him in front of these other guards, especially with all the off-the-court coaching stuff he had going on earlier. I feel like his head has not been in it 100%, and his level of play has been down from what we're used to seeing. Like I said, Bam and Jimmy, I think that he get one in. I would personally like to see Bam get in. But like I said, Jimmy has that name appeal, and I could see where he gets in over Bam. Lastly, Darius Garland. I do think Darius Garland has been playing at an all-star level. Not many, I'm not sure who you can really put in front of him. I do think Pascal Siakam is deserving of a spot on the reserves. I think he's been playing great. He just has been playing on a really poor Toronto team. So maybe DG can get in or Drew can get in over a guy like Pascal. But I think Pascal is an all-star. I think he'll be there. Those are my reserves. If you disagree to anything, make sure to comment it down below. Also, any ideas for future videos, make sure to comment those in the comment section. I will try to read those, and that'll help me make future videos. I will talk about whatever you guys want to hear about. That's why I'm here. Like I said, this is my first video. More to come, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and let's try to grow this community. Like I said, I love hoops. I'm a Grizzlies fan, a Bulls fan. So I will be showing biasness towards those two teams throughout the season. I just have a lot of stuff planned for the channel. So you could like, subscribe, and I just want to keep growing with you guys. Y'all have a good one.